Behind the Grooves. Hello everyone and welcome to Behind the Grooves, where I, Josh Tazern, the vinyl kid of Florida, take you to the other side of the record behind the grooves. Today I'll be looking at one of the many albums in my top 50, which happens to be The River by the boss Bruce Springsteen. This album was released on the 17th of October 1980 on Columbia Records as the boss's fifth album. It started off as a project featuring leftover songs from his Darkness on the Edge of Town record from 2 years prior. It was originally going to be a single record entitled The Ties That Bind. However, he began to write more dark and even depressing tunes after finishing The Ties That Bind, the song. Because what Bruce wanted was to make an album that, to quote him, felt like life and contained fun, dance and laughter, jokes, good comradeship, love, sex, faith, lonely nights, and of course, tears. And needless to say, I think he did a pretty damn good job of doing that. Anyway, on the front here is a close-up of Bruce, the famous close-up of just his face. Whoops. And the back side has some cartoon brides and a single groom right here. Bruce and the E Street Band, of course, embarked on a tour of the US and Europe, and in 2016 he embarked on another one with the E Street Band, which he performed everything on the river in order live, along with some greatest hits at the end, and he started off with one song from the new box set entitled The Ties That Bind, the River Collection, which came out in 2016. Again, it featured outtakes and unreleased recordings that were made during the river, and some of these songs were played on the 2016 tour, which unfortunately never stopped here in Tampa. Alright, so now I'm going to read you the track list. There are 2 discs here, so just bear with me. Side A has The Ties That Bind, Sherry Darling, Jackson Cage, Two Hearts, and Independence Day. Side B has Hungry Heart, Out in the Street, Crush on You, You Can Look But You Better Not Touch, my favorite song on there, I Want to Marry You, and The River. Side C has Point Blank, Cadillac Ranch, I'm a Rocker, Fade Away, and Stolen Car. And finally, Side D has Ramrod, The Price You Pay, Drive All Night, and Wreck on the Highway. The River was very well received, and though it wasn't nominated for any Grammys, it was certified 5 times platinum in the United States, and it was at number 1 on the Billboard 200 for 4 weeks. Now let's open this up. Keep in mind, this is an original pressing, so it might not be the same as the gatefold pressing that you might have. Firstly, the original comes with a little booklet with Bruce and E Street on the front, and starting on the front, going into the book, and onto the back, well, not onto the back. The lyrics are inside and on the front of the cover, and not front of the cover, and on the back, just some credits, and, engineering credits and all that. There are 2 inner sleeves here that make up the gatefold that you might have in the the recently released reissues. There are 2 different pictures of the E Street Band. Try to find Bruce, he's right there. There's the man Clarence Clemens. And here's the other one, Bruce and Clarence Clemens. I'm only going to show you one of the records because they're both the same. Oh, but firstly, on the first inner sleeve with disc 1, here are some pictures from the recording of The River. And also some more pictures from the recording of The River, and also some from the photo shoot that they did for these. Now again, I'm just going to show you one of the albums because they're both the same. Side A. And Side B. And that's pretty much it for The River. Let me give you one more look at Side B because I don't know if it focused or not. There. Anyway, that's about it for The River. It's a legendary record. I really hope that Bruce and the E Street Band decide to continue on the tour, because surprisingly enough, he's one of my favorite artists and I've never seen him live. Of course, I would really love to see him live, but for now, I guess other things are coming up for me, so Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers is going to be cool, Cheap Trick's going to be cool, Paul Simon's going to be cool. But anyway, till then, thank you very much for watching this review of The River. It means the world to me that you take a few minutes every day to watch a guy like me review such a sensational record such as this. As always, please subscribe for more Behind the Grooves. We try to release a new one most Saturdays or whenever we feel like it. The 5th season is coming up, so we hope you stay tuned for that. This is Josh DeZern, the Vinyl Kid of Florida, signing out with peace and love, and an original 1980 pressing of The River by the boss, Bruce Springsteen, backed by the E Street Band. Rock on, stay groovy, my friends.